Welcome to Levels of Geek Webcast, bringing you the latest topics in cinema, plus 4K movie reviews, product reviews, and home to all things entertainment. And now your hosts of Levels of Geek Live, Alex Figueroa and mid-level critic Ken.
Welcome everyone to this first episode of Levels of Geek Webcast. I'm your host Alex Figueroa, and
welcome guys.
And that's my co-host,
the mid-level critic Ken.
That's right.
What's up?
So what I was talking about when you guys heard me in silence was that we're going to be going twice live. We're going to be going Mondays and Wednesdays at 9 o'clock, and Ken is going to break down what we're going to be doing on those 2 days. Go ahead, Ken.
All right, so on the Monday show, we're going to be doing kind of news topics that broke over the weekend, maybe the past week. We're also going to be covering any kind of new release movies that came out, possibly reviewing them, me and Alex together. And on our Wednesday show, we're going to cover more or less the physical media releases, like the 4Ks and Blu-rays from that week, because we're both big into collecting physical media and discs. So I think that would be cool for us to talk about those on the Wednesday show. So, and obviously if something breaks on Tuesday, we could maybe cover that as well.
Yeah, whenever big news is going to break live, not live, but like, for example, as of right now, I went on my Twitter, and I don't know if Ken knows this, but Zack Snyder is holding a viewing party for Man of Steel, and the rumors are that he's about to reveal the Zack Snyder cut coming to HBO Max.
Yeah,
so
I saw somebody's video on YouTube right before I came on. I didn't get a chance to watch it though.
Yeah, what's up, Jose?
But the long-awaited Zack Snyder cut finally coming out.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just get right into the show. You guys know what we're about because you follow both of our channels. I presume you follow Ken and his mid-level reviews and media, and then you follow my Ultra HD Geek, and you follow our Instagram account. So let's get right into the show. Let's just talk about that first because that's actually kind of breaking news, and we don't know yet if it's actually confirmed until Zack Snyder says it or Warner Brothers. So as of right now, a Zack Snyder cut will be announced on Wednesday, right? I believe Wednesday. I think that's the viewing. I'll pull up the information now when that is. But
yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't get into it or look at it before I got on here.
Oh yes, it's gonna be Wednesday. I just found it. It's gonna be Wednesday. He's gonna have the viewing party, and then he's gonna announce the Zack Snyder cut. How do you feel?
Is that gonna be live? Is it gonna be like on YouTube or something, or is it gonna be like a viewing party at his house?
No, it's gonna be not a viewing party for the Justice League Zack Snyder cut. It's gonna be a Vimeo viewing party of Man of Steel, and you get to ask him questions, and he's gonna answer live while watching the movie. But while he's doing that, supposedly he's gonna announce the Zack Snyder cut on HBO Max with a new trailer and all this mumbo jumbo. Again, take that with a grain of salt. I really don't know what's going to happen. That's all Zack Snyder is doing until we're big enough to have him on our show. Then we get to ask him all these questions. But as of right now, how do you feel about the Justice League Snyder cut finally coming out after all these years of fighting?
So if you want me to be honest, I could give two shits. I don't care at all. But I didn't like Justice League at all as a movie, and I really don't see how a Snyder cut would make it any better. I just can't wrap my mind around what that would look like. Maybe if it was an entirely different film, like everything was different, it might be worth watching. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Justice League. I like Batman v Superman, and I love Man of Steel. So in my opinion, he's kind of 1 for 3 as far as DC movies. But yeah, I think it's interesting to finally release it. And so many people have been questioning whether it's real or fake, or if it even possible to have a Snyder cut. Like, did he get far enough in the filming of his vision to even have a cut of the film?
Well,
but that's my thoughts on it.
Well, the rumors were, and you guys could chime in, what did you guys think? Oh, you guys over here. What you guys think about the Zack Snyder cut coming out? You just say it on the chat, and then I'll bring it into while we're talking. But to me, well, honestly, they already announced that I think he shot close to 90% of the film, but Josh Whedon just removed all of it. Everything was Josh Whedon like doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like pretty much this is a brand new Justice League. Like this is Zack Snyder's version of the movie that should have came out. But the thing is, if I should have pulled this up, I mean, then again, we didn't know this was breaking because I could have pulled up a lot of articles and interviews from the actors that were in it, like Ben Affleck and everything. They all confirmed that he has all these footages, and on his and I think on his Twitter and his Vimeo, he was throwing up images like that we never seen before, like Superman in the black suit. And I was like, holy hell, he had the black suit. You know, Batman doing some crazy stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I do want to see his vision because technically, this is the 3 trilogy that everybody still talks about right now. Is Batman v Superman? You know, Endgame, of course, Marvel is the top of the world, but Batman v Superman is still like everyone's talking about it. So, Justice League Snyder Cut. My only beef with it is I don't want to pay $11.99 to see it in HBO Max. I want to buy it. Like, I want to own it and put it with my rest of my stuff. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's you say they released images, but like, were those images actually shot? Yes, my question.
No, like, it's actually from his film. He just took a screenshot from his films. So, again,
I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe he released it and it's amazing and it's fantastic and it's a Justice League movie that we all deserve and have been waiting for. But I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it being that much better than what we already got.
Okay, I mean, hey, we already seen movies that have 2 directors. Like, so, like, for instance, we saw the 2 comedic guys that did Solo, and then Ron Howard came in and took over the Solo project. We kind of really don't know how much film that they shot that was still in the Solo movie.
I think that Ron Howard almost reshot that entire movie. So I think in that case, they scrapped almost everything that Lord Miller did.
Jose says in the chat, my bad. He says, let's hope the Batman would be good.
Yeah, let's hope. We're going to get into that a little later.
Yeah,
getting ready to talk about the Batman here in a second. But
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. Snyder Cut, no Snyder Cut. I don't care personally, but I know a lot of people do. So I'm excited for those fans that are excited for it. We'll just say that.
To be honest,
and I'll watch it. I'll definitely watch it.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to pay it because we do our reviews, so we're gonna have to watch
it.
Like I always tell everybody,
it's our job.
Yeah, it's pretty much our job now that we're freelancing.
Yeah,
we're freelancing journalists right now. No, but seriously, I'm intrigued because technically, I hated the Justice League. I liked Batman v Superman. I love the Ultimate Edition. I thought it was a more rounded story.
And you see, I haven't seen the Ultimate Edition, so I might have a different opinion if I've seen it.
Yeah,
I've only seen Batman v Superman a couple times. Watched it in the theater and watched it at home.
Yeah, try that on the Ultimate Edition. I think it added more scenes.
I need to. I've heard a lot of people say it was great.
Yeah, it's 30 more minutes.
I didn't hate Batman v Superman. I like a lot of parts about that movie. So I'm by no means a hater of that movie. I just thought that it was just okay. It wasn't great. It was okay.
Yeah, I think if you take away Lex Luthor, the movie would be awesome.
Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg is horrible in that movie. No doubt about that. Easily the worst part.
They should have brought back Gene Hackman just as Lex Luthor. Like at this point, if you can't find a good Lex Luthor,
if you could get him to come back, he would have been great.
But all right, so let's get right into the Batman. This is a perfect transition into another DC movie. All right, Robert Pattinson came out and said some quotes about his exercise habit that made the headlines and everybody go crazy. I got some quotes here that he said.
Okay, you got some quotes.
Yeah, I'm gonna read them off quick, and then I will pull up, and then I'll see what your reaction to his quotes are. I'm gonna throw up some photos of him as Batman on the side. So he said the Batman talked to GQ magazine. And he said that he's not exercising at all while quarantined. So he says that the trainer hired by Warner Brothers gave him a Busu ball. That's like a half a ball that you could do like you stabilize yourself, and then you could do like dumbbell workouts and a lot of core work, and weights. He says just barely doing anything, especially compared to co-star Zoe Kravitz, Lenny Kravitz's daughter, who's playing Catwoman, who's been working out 5 days per week. I think you're working out all the time. You're part of the problem, Patterson added, saying that such actors set a precedent for others. Now, he's talking about Ben Affleck because he was ripped, to the bone in Batman v Superman. We can't say Justice League because he wasn't as ripped. But
yeah, he's talking about Ben Affleck. He's talking about Hugh Jackman too, probably to an extent.
Yeah. So
but,
what do you think? Is that something for you to get angry and worry about? Or concern?
It's nothing to get angry about, but it's, to me, like, in my opinion, I think he's kind of trolling people. I don't think he's being 100% serious, because I actually read this entire interview. I read it about an hour ago before we came on here. And, it's a pretty interesting interview. He goes into other stuff like his work in the indie films, his role in Tenet. And, he also brought something else up that was interesting, how he's like been watching making ofs for some of the Batman movies. Like he watched the making of Batman and Robin to see how George Clooney kind of got his into the character. And he was like talking about how he's searching for his way into the character and what's his take on it going to be. And, I thought all that was pretty interesting. But yeah, I think I don't think he's being 100% serious.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do think that saying that about the working out, you're part of the problem, I think it's kind of disrespectful to the people that do put in the hard work to become these iconic characters for the fans, especially in particular like Hugh Jackman, who, works out like a freaking maniac and eats like chicken breasts only. And, Ben Affleck also put in an extraordinary amount of work. It's kind of disrespectful to them, but then again, I don't take it too seriously. And I'm not worried about his ability to portray and perform as the Batman, not at all, because he's an excellent actor, and in my opinion has proven himself way beyond the Twilight films. So, but that's my take on it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. When I saw this, and my wife is the one who brought this up to me, I was just like, you know what? He could be one of those guys that just seek attention. Let me just say I'm not working out and see everyone panic. Because technically, when you play a superhero role, you want to be the person to spark that fire in everybody. I never read Batman comics, but you're playing Batman and Bruce Wayne. Oh my God, how is he gonna portray him if you never read the comics before? Like that's what you're gonna get, especially in this media that we're in now. You could say anything, and people are gonna look at this. He just said he doesn't work out in the quarantine, and you watch the movie and he's shirtless and he's like mad ripped. You got. I don't want to say the name.
Did you see the quote in the interview where he said that he took his shirt off in the Twilight movie and the director told him to put it back on or something?
Yeah, that's a piece of crap. The guy is super thin. I understand if he's like 500 pounds, but the guy is super thin in those Twilight movies. So I doubt he said that.
You need that kind of attitude though, right?
Yeah,
you don't want to take, when you're playing a character like that. Like, doesn't it serve you and your performance and your ability to be that character better? Like, it's kind of, in my mind, it's the same way Christian Bale was. Like, I don't think Christian Bale gave two shits about the character of Batman.
I think
I think he cared about the performance and what he did. Like, he absolutely did, but I don't think he cared about Batman. Whereas Ben Affleck, he came in as a super fan. Like, he loved the character of Batman so much that it hurt him inside to make a shitty movie. Like, he did not like the fans backlashing against Batman v Superman like they did. And that kind of led to his decline, among other things, but that wasn't just it. But I think that was part of it. It kind of got inside of his head. And I don't think Pattinson is going to be shaken by that, by all the fan backlash.
I don't think so either. And I think also the fact is, like, certain actors will, fall in into the role really good. Like, Ben Affleck, I thought, to me, was the best Batman. I thought he had the presence of Bruce Wayne, and he had the intimidation of Batman when he's in the suit. Like, But a lot of people didn't. Everyone thought, Christian Bale was the awesome all-in-one, but I was like, hold back, because he did have one of the best Batman movies ever made in his trilogy, compared to Ben Affleck, which never had a chance to have his own Batman movie. Who knows?
Yeah.
He could have had
I get that. I love Ben Affleck as Batman. It's just a shame that he didn't get a good movie. Like, so it's going to be hard to kind of see him as the best when he's surrounded by mediocrity or crap. But I don't know. My Batman's Michael Keaton, so what do I know?
Yeah,
and Michael Keaton wasn't exactly in the best shape either.
Exactly. And let's just look at the two iconic actors that portray DC heroes. You got Michael Keaton, the first not the first, because Adam West and then other people behind him, but he was the first motion picture Batman, which was Michael Keaton. Looked phenomenal. Everyone's like, oh my God, he is Batman. And then you flip the script, you got Christopher Reeves as Superman. Christopher Reeves wasn't jacked. He looked fit. Not even fit, but he was a little fit.
Not like Henry Cavill.
Yeah, everyone loves Henry Cavill. Everyone's like, oh my God, you took Superman off the pages and threw him into the screen with Henry Cavill. Like, the guy was just lifting. Whereas Christopher Reeves, he had the mannerisms, he had the corny lines, he had all the, all the stuff, but he is the Superman. Like, he is Superman. To me, he's my Superman. But I love Henry Cavill too. I'm not going to pick between the two, but as a kid, Christopher Reeves was my dude. Like, I mean, he has some lines that he's like, "Don't hurt the people." When he was fighting Zog, I was like, yes. But Batman is just one of those characters that you cannot pick one that's so good. Everyone's going to pick Michael Keaton. But then you're going to have another actor.
It depends on your era, Yeah. Like, what was your era that you grew up in? I grew up with Michael Keaton. There's a lot of people that choose Christian Bale because that's who they grew up with. The younger folks, probably people in their 20s, maybe early 30s, but, I don't think anybody's picking George Clooney or Val Kilmer, but maybe.
No, I don't think no one's going to pick those guys. But all right, so that's our Robert Pattinson talk in the Batman. Let's get into our next topic, because this one is another big. I think it is a big topic. Is the Mad Max prequel? Well, not Mad Max, but the Furiosa prequel. And they just announced this. So I'm gonna pull up the article so you guys can see what what's his name? George Miller talked about. So he talked about, there's no secret that George Miller has been wanting to make a Furiosa spinoff. Now, the only problem is that everyone knows her as Charlize Theron, that plays the main character, Furiosa. But he revealed that he tried to do CGI, like that
de-aging,
and it didn't. Like, he doesn't think it's there, which I agree with him, because that Irishman did not work as well. So he spoke to like the uncanny valley aspect of it and stuff. So the actress that he's looking to reprise the role is no other than Anya Taylor-Joy.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah, Anya. Yep. So I'm putting her up right now on the screen so you guys can see. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. You ready for this? This comes out, it's gonna be a floppity doodah day. Because everyone knows Charlize Theron's presence as that character, and I understand they want to do prequels. They should have just continued the sequel with Charlize Theron.
Well, did the first Mad Max do that well in the theaters?
Yes, it did.
I would have to go back and look at the box office.
Oh, I'm gonna pull that.
Yeah, maybe.
Up. That thing did a lot of
pull that up
in the box office.
But I get it. Like, I get wanting to go back into that universe. It's a very popular film. A lot of people hold Mad Max up as like the best of the last decade. I don't personally. I really like the film. I don't see it as that kind of top tier. Visually, it's fantastic. It's one of the best looking movies I've ever seen. But it's the story's kind of lackluster for me, but there's no doubt that Charlize Theron is the star of that movie. Like, it's not Mad Max. It's Charlize Theron as Furiosa. Like, she's the driving force of that film. And it's hard to replace an actress like Charlize Theron. She's, in my opinion, she's the greatest actress working today.
Yeah.
But Anya Taylor-Joy is a very good actress. I don't think that she has the notoriety to take on that role and have people notice. And like you said, I don't think the film's going to blow up. But, you know, it could be pretty cool, even if it doesn't do good at the box office. Just hopefully they keep the budget modest so it doesn't really, you know, affect the profits and it doesn't bomb.
Yeah, I'm just a little afraid because, well, I just pulled up the box office numbers. Mad Max Road Fury in 2015. Domestically, it made $154 million. Worldwide, it made $375 million on a budget of $150. So technically, it was a hit. But it's not a 500.
Yeah, but not a very modest hit.
Yeah, but you know
because
what?
you got to throw in the marketing and you know, they say take the budget times 2, and that's the marketing. So that means it made like 75 million.
Well, plus DVD sales and all that, which we will figure out.
Yeah,
how
that's
works,
true.
But,
that's true.
And a lot of fans have been like chopping at the bits for a sequel to Mad Max. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I do too with Tom Hardy. I'm like, let's just do this. I mean, you got a perfect Mad Max. Stop waiting 30 years to come out with one. Just start freaking doing this and have Mel Gibson in the movie as the bad guy. Which would be awesome.
Well, what's your thought? Because I don't think we've ever talked about Mad Max before. What's your thoughts on Mad Max Fury Road?
Fury Road, I love the movie, and I prefer it. And you're gonna be so shocked. I prefer it black and white over the actual colored version.
I have the steelbook with the black and white, the chrome edition. The one's like half
black and white
color and half black and white. I haven't watched it in black and white yet, though.
It's phenomenal.
They also did that with Logan. Did you watch Logan like that? I haven't seen that one yet either.
I haven't seen that. In the original Mad Max, George Miller said that when they worked on the first movie with Mel Gibson, that's how he got the idea for this. He saw a cut of his movie back then, black and white, and he wanted to do it in black and white, and that's how that version was chrome. They gave it chrome. I want to see the old movies in black and white. I love black and white movies. I mean, regardless of what it is, I just love black and white movies. That's just my thing. But Mad Max, I love Mad Max. It's just a well-shot movie, man.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, and the music is phenomenal, man. The screeching of the rock guitars, the banging of the drums. He said, "They're going back to the canyon." It's like,
yeah, I think I posted some images of Mad Max on my Instagram last Friday, and my favorite image from the movie is just with the guy playing the guitar on the moving truck and the big flame throwers coming out of it. Just an incredible image. Like, there's so many stunning images you can pull from that movie. Yeah, it's like a freaking painting, a work of art.
Yeah, I mean, and rightfully so, they should have won all those Oscars that they did win. I mean, it's just sound amazing. I mean, across the board. Next on the list, we got what was the next on the list? I think it was that one. And
it was the Ryan Gosling space movie. That's not First Man.
You mean Ryan
Reynolds? Yeah. No, when I sent it to you earlier, like Ryan Reynolds and Lord and Miller, like that makes more sense than Ryan Gosling and Lord Miller. So in my mind, when I read it, I read Ryan Reynolds instead of Ryan Gosling. But that's why I think Ryan Gosling's more interesting because Ryan Gosling does not do a lot of. No, he does. He does tons of movies, man. I could do a top 10 Ryan Gosling right here off the top of my head.
Shoot.
But it's so you got First Man, you got The Nice Guys, you got La La Land, Blade Runner 2049, Place Beyond the Pines, Drive, Only God Forgives, Blue Valentine, The Notebook, Remember the Titans, Lars and the Real Girl.
There you
I'm
go.
up to now 11. Bam.
I think you may have those things up because I haven't seen none of his movies. But
I love Ryan Gosling. He's one of my favorite actors. But he does not do a lot of comedic roles. The only real comedic role, well, Lars and the Real Girl is kind of a dark comedy, but The Nice Guys. I don't know if you've seen that one with him and Russell Crowe.
Okay, yeah, I haven't not seen. It looks funny in the trailer. I haven't seen it.
It's kind of like a comedy, but it also feels a little bit like L.A. Confidential too, like a kind of paying homage to that, but it's set in the 70s in like L.A. It's a really good movie. But yeah, he takes a more comedic beat in that one. And this being done by Lord Miller, like I'm assuming it's going to be kind of comedic because that's kind of what they do with like the Lego Movie and 22 Jump Street, 21 Jump Street.
And then they got the boot from Solo movie, right? Because they were supposed to do the Solo movie.
They were supposed to do the Solo. I would have loved to have seen that Solo movie. I guarantee it would have been 10 times more interesting at least than what we got. But yeah, and they also produced Spider-Verse, which in my opinion is the best Spider-Man movie ever made.
Well, we got a chat.
But
Pablo Lafrosia says, good movie, underrated.
What's he got?
He said good movie is underrated. That Russell Crowe movie, Nice Guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Nobody talks about that movie at all.
No.
Like it came and went, and it's an excellent movie. I've only seen it once. I've been meaning to go back and rewatch it, but yeah, excellent movie. But do you know this was? I'm trying to think. This is like billed as a solitary tale of an astronaut on a spaceship who is tasked with saving the planet. So it sounds like a serious premise. So I don't know if they're gonna kind of bring comedic beats in it, but it's based on an Andy Weir novel that hasn't even come out yet. It's supposed to come out in 2021, and it's called Project Hail Mary. And Andy Weir also wrote The Martian.
Okay, that's a great
movie, you know, with Matt Damon, and that movie was kind of comedic as well. I think it got like the Golden Globes put it up for like best comedy. A lot of people were complaining about that because it wasn't really a comedy. Yeah, it has like some comedic beats in it, but it's not a straight up comedy.
No.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's interesting. I think it could be cool.
I mean, it could be cool. Again, I haven't seen, like, you know, it's funny with Blade Runner. I didn't see the sequel because we went to see the first one. So I put it on, and I tell you, like 10 minutes in, I fell asleep, and I cannot understand that.
You know, it's a controversial opinion, and I would love to hear if anybody in the chat agrees, but I think Blade Runner 2049 is a vastly superior movie to the original Blade Runner.
Ooh.
I did not like, I'm not gonna say I didn't like it, but I did not love the first Blade Runner when I watched it either, and I thought, yeah, it was kind of boring. So Blade Runner 2049 is not that. It's like the sci-fi version of Mad Max. It's this visual just masterpiece.
I'm definitely
only it has an actual engaging story.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it. I'm just gonna skip the first one because
and Harrison Ford is fantastic in it, like way better than he was in the original.
Someone just said they disagree with you. Pablo says disagree.
I understand. I understand that a lot of people would.
Yeah, so you can't mess with his boy with Harrison Ford, man. That's young.
But Harrison Ford's in 2049 too. He's so great.
But he's in
2049.
Old man. He's old man Harrison.
Hey, he's always been old at heart. So it's.
Who are you, kid?
Well, I mean, Han Solo, his performance as Han Solo in Force Awakens might have been one of his best as the character.
Yeah, he got
so
killed.
You can't use the old argument.
He got killed. That was his best role. He was like, oh.
Yeah. Up until that point, and I'm not even going to talk about his role in Rise of Skywalker. No, spoiler alert.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that hunk of junk. But wait, we got something here. In the chat, they said the OG Blade Runner is Scott's masterpiece, and then he laughed. I don't know about that. We got Aliens 1. You got other ones down the line. Didn't he do Top Gun, or was that his brother? His brother did Top Gun. Scott Ridley, right?
Tony Scott, which we'll probably talk about Tony Scott a little bit on Wednesday, since we got two of his movies. But yeah, you want to know another controversial opinion? I think that. Did they say something else?
No, they said. Pablo said Harrison Ford better stop flying planes. We need to see another 80-year-old Indiana Jones, because you heard he's like, they had to like ground him or something. Like he keeps crashing.
Oh, is he flying? Yeah, he needs to stay out of the air. He's too old for that shit. He is too old for that shit.
He think he has Chewbacca like a floatable, like a what is it, like a blow up Chewbacca next to him. Come on, Chewie.
Yeah.
We're going warp.
He still thinks he's on a fucking Millennium Falcon.
He like, this puppy could do 12 parcels. Oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, but what I was gonna say is I think Tony Scott's a better director than Ridley Scott.
Oh no.
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 I think I like more of Tony Scott's filmography than I do Ridley's.
Really?
Because really, besides Alien,
Yeah.
like I like Gladiator, but I need to go back and rewatch it. It's been a while. Besides Alien, I can't think of another Ridley Scott movie that I love.
Well, all right. So you got Alien, right? And then you got
Yeah.
the Covenant.
That was okay, but it was disappointing. So was Prometheus.
Yeah, but the visually stunning across the board.
And then he did All That Money in the World, which was impressive because he took Kevin Spacey out of it and put
Dumbledore.
no, he put who the hell? Christopher Plummer. He put Christopher Plummer in it. He did it in like a week, so that was impressive. But the movie was not good.
Pablo said The Martian.
The Martian is another movie I thought was good, but I don't love it.
What?
Like Tony Scott he's got Top Gun, he's got Days of Thunder, he's got True Romance, he's got Enemy of the State. He did that one.
That's a good one.
What else did he do? Am I missing something? What else did we cover when you said Tony Scott?
Well, let's see. I'm gonna pull up his movies now.
I know I'm missing a couple others, but when I was going
Man
back
on
because I was
Fire?
comparing them one day,
He did
Man on Fire is a great movie. That's a
Deja
great
Vu?
movie too. Deja Vu's it's a really good movie. I'm not gonna say it's a great one.
Unstoppable.
But, I don't know if I've ever seen that one.
I don't know if that's.
That's a Liam Neeson movie, right?
No.
I don't think I.
Unstoppable is with the train. That the train can't stop, and then it's Chris Pine and Denzel Washington is on the train.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one.
That's actually a pretty good movie. It's a thriller. Taking Pelham 1, 2, 3 with John Travolta.
Yeah, that's a really good remake.
Yeah, that was a pretty good but I still would like the original with Jerry Stiller.
Yeah.
That's a good one. And it has your boy
Yeah.
from Jaws, Robert Shaw. He's the bad guy.
Yeah, I've never seen the original. I've seen the
Oh.
remake, not the original.
He's like 20
I swear there's but yeah, like True Romance, Top Gun, Enemy of the State, like those are great movies.
Last Boy
And
Scout.
Ridley's just got The Last Boy Scout, another one. So you agree with me then?
See, but the thing is,
That's what you're saying.
I do agree he does have a better body of work, but it's kind of hard
Yeah, I
because
think
Ridley Scott is still.
It's just
going.
Ridley has the iconic stuff.
Yes.
He has the more iconic films.
Yes,
But
that I agree.
I think that if you really look at both their filmographies and who hits and who misses more,
It will be really.
I think Tony Scott's got the more solid filmography.
Yeah, but he does a lot of
again-
action movies.
Yeah, he does.
Ridley Scott, I haven't seen him do an action movie like yet. Like all he does is sci-fi
Right.
and some weird mumbo jumbo movie.
Oh, Ridley's also got Thelma and Louise, which is a good movie too. So I'll give him Thelma and Louise.
I guess. But look, regardless of whatever it is between the brothers, they have a great catalog of movies between the two. Well, the late Tony
for
Scott,
sure.
because he died, suicide. But yeah, so he could have been in Top Gun 2 as a pilot.
Yeah.
So I mean, but yeah. So all right, let's get to the main topic. You ready for the main topic? Let's get to this.
Let's do it. Let's
topic.
talk about. Let's go.
Oh, man. Let's talk about Al Capone here.
I feel like Cardi was kind of channeling a little bit of Bane in that. I heard a small hint of Bane in that performance. Am I wrong? Did you hear a little Bane in there?
You know what I heard? I heard a small sense of crap. Cause
You heard a lot of. Yeah, well, I saw a big load of crap in the bed. Yeah.
Look,
I feel like that scene was a metaphor for this movie. He shit the bed.
Yeah,
literally.
Well, before we go into our reviews, guys, if you have not watched this movie, I don't think you ever will. But if you do, and you want to catch up, look, we're gonna do spoilers now. But I'm gonna warn you, the movie is doo-doo.
Well, do you want to talk about just our kind of overall thoughts on it, and then we'll do spoilers? Like maybe
Let's do
they can kind of
overall.
just hear our,
Yeah, let's do
we can do
overall.
our overalls, and then
I
we can
let-
do spoilers. And if people want to jump out, because this movie just came out. It just came
Yeah.
out last Tuesday. So if
I let-
anybody actually wants to go watch this, I don't
Yeah.
want to ruin any specific plot points.
I'll let you go first because you chose this dump fest. And
I did.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
You chose it for the
I like how
episode.
you have the trailer playing over there.
You
That's
like
cool.
that? Yeah.
I like that.
So go ahead.
So if you don't know, this movie was directed by Josh Trank. And if you don't know Josh Trank is, he did the what some would call abysmal Fan Four Stick, the Fantastic Four remake in 2015, which fell apart at the seams because there was a whole bunch of studio issues and Trank wasn't taking notes from them and just all kinds of issues. So that was a crap fest. And he did Chronicle, which is a 2012 found footage movie about the origin story of 3 teens who get superpowers, which is actually a really good movie. I love Chronicle. I think it's fantastic. So he's done one great movie and he's done one shitty movie. And now, in my opinion, he's done one. I don't know. I don't really know what to think of this movie. I liked certain parts of it, but at the end of the day, I think that it's extremely unfocused. Just as far as like narratively, I have no idea what it's trying to say or what it's trying to do with the character, and I just think it's a weird choice to take this kind of iconic historical figure and tell this part of his story. I just thought it was an odd choice. And yeah, it was kind of interesting, but I don't know if it made for a good 1 hour and 45 minutes film. So, but what are your thoughts on it?
All right. Honestly, I was very intrigued when you told me Capone. So I was like, okay, is this going to be a Capone from the early years? How he did the liquor, how he got how he got his group together, how he became a powerhouse until the tax evasion. Like the Kevin Costner movie Unstoppables. So
Yeah.
I'm like, is this where we're going to get like a more in-depth based on a true story style?
I think you meant Untouchables.
Oh, I'm sorry, Untouchables. So that stupid Unstoppable in front of me. So I was like, okay, let me see how we're gonna start off. The minute the movie started off, it like the 10 minutes in, I was bored out the gate. I was like, this is.
Were you? Because I actually really liked the opening.
No.
I thought it opened strong.
No, it opened up strong, but the thing is, once I kind of noticed that we're gonna start him at his older years and then him becoming dementia, I was like, that's it. Like this lost me to the point that I was like, this is not gonna even work for a lot of people that are into mafia movies. This is not gonna work for them. And I think a lot of things that threw me off too was Tom Hardy's like the way he played the mannerisms of the character. He was great. He was good. I'm not gonna say great. He was good, but the voice was annoying. The voice was just, let me tell you, let me tell you something. And then he started like, and then it's sad because
he was committed for sure.
He was committed,
which is what you would expect from Tom Hardy.
Yes, there's certain parts that I felt like he looked like Dracula because the contacts, you could tell he's wearing those bloodshot contacts. And then he starts talking, and I'm like, yo, is this dude gonna become a vampire out of it? Because he was like, and in the bottom is like, he's like, assassino, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And it's just, and it's sad because to me, I love movies like this. Like, that's why I like Untouchables a lot. I really love that movie a lot. So, like, movies like this one, I'm like, man, it wasted his talent because he did so much good work here.
You know what this movie felt like? It felt like a good last 20 minutes to a better film. Like if this would have been his entire life story and it would have ended with this, or at least like parts of this, with him being old and with dementia, I think I would have appreciated it a little bit more. But none of it felt earned. because
Yeah.
we didn't get to experience that journey with him. So it's like I didn't care all the supposedly sad things he was going through in his later life. I just didn't care about it.
And that's the thing I was telling you. Like, for me, if I was the writer slash director, I'm going to choose the point in history where he dominated the era, because that's what people want to see. People want to see him from nothing to something that he talked about in his dinner table in Thanksgiving. I want to see that journey. I want to see Al Capone as a kid, if he got bullied or he was poor, working his way in the streets until he got the alcohol business running. And then the FBI said, you can't do this. And then he still did it anyway and became a powerhouse. And how he, did this whole thing with tax invasion. I'm like, cool. And then one part in the movie, you could do that. It just went into text or something, like a text that says 20 years later, he got out of prison. And we don't have to worry about the tax invasion because we already knew he went to jail. Now you pick up the movie from there. Then we kind of understand where we're going. This movie's just straight. My man,
or like his relationship with his wife and like the importance of that, and what was their relationship like before this. Like I never got a sense of what they were like before all this went down. I'm just supposed to care about it or understand that she's gonna still take care of him regardless of how he acts or what he does. And it was just kind of it was asking a lot for just not a very good movie.
And it's sad because the director did a lot of good camera tricks, and he did a lot of storytelling that was pretty awesome, but it just fell flat because I was like, I don't care. It was like, okay, what are you telling me?
I thought visually, like, and Josh Trank also, like, he wrote this and he edited it and he directed it. So he also edited it. I thought it was edited fantastically. Like, just the way that they kind of jump back and forth between, like, what's real and what's not, and just certain flashback sequences. And yeah, the cinematography looked excellent. There's a lot. There's some stuff to like about this movie.
No,
it's not a complete pile of shit.
No.
But there's just some things that are really bad, and you can't overlook it.
No, you can't overlook it, and I don't want people out there to think, oh my God, you really look. Yes, we did say it's a pile of shit, like all over the screen, but honestly, like if I'm ranking this thing out of 5, like I normally do on my reviews, I will honestly give this a 3 for good. Like, I'll give it a good because honestly, Tom Hardy to me was really good in the movie. Like, he was really believable. Like, I was like, okay, but I wanted to see the young Al Capone, not a old dementia Al Capone. Like, I wanted to see young, hardcore.
It was a strange choice.
Yeah,
strange choice.
So, I mean, again, you guys, if you're gonna rent this movie, I hope you have an hour and 45 minutes to waste, because that's what you're gonna have for this movie. Like I said, I gave it a 3 out of 5 to be good, but
yeah, I would probably give it the same. Well, I usually grade out of 10, so I would probably give it like a 6.5 out of 10,
yeah,
which
so
for me is very mediocre.
Yeah,
it's just before it being like really bad. So that's kind of where I'm at. It had enough for me to like and enjoy. I don't feel like I necessarily wasted my time watching it. There were some interesting things about it, some interesting performances. But there's just a lot of weird choices in here. It's a lot of weird choices overall.
No, there was a lot of weird choices made for this movie.
Something we can go into in the spoilers, but I've got some thoughts on a couple things that happened.
Go ahead. I mean, all right,
but,
so let's just get into the spoilers. Guys, if you have not watched the movie, we're going right into spoilers. So let's get right into this.
So the first thing I want to talk about is the big scene at the end, the Tommy gun scene.
Okay.
And it's something I want to kind of get your help on walking me through. So did you interpret that as like a dream sequence? Was that real? Did that happen?
To me, I thought he went batshit crazy, and then he just started shooting everybody because he went crazy in his mind. I was like, oh my God, this dude is just gonna and then it went back.
But then he landed in that swamp
Yeah.
or whatever. He landed in the lake, and then the alligator almost ate him, and then all the water got sucked up, and this big old tidal wave came in, and then he got transported to some area where I'm guessing he saw a younger version of himself.
That is, everyone with the balloon is him when he was a kid.
Okay. And then then they wake him up, and he's inside the house.
Yeah.
So were they implying that none of that shooting happened?
Yeah, that never happened. That was all in his mind.
But also when he woke up, like, you saw people getting up that had been shot or being treated.
One person got shot.
Okay, so one person got shot.
It
wasn't the massacre that the film made it out to be.
Right. It was the caretaker that he always had beef with. He shot him, and then it looked like he passed out or someone punched him because everyone was on top of him. So it looked like he just passed out and caught a stroke because, remember, his best friend got shot up, and he's right there next to him. And then, remember, and I don't know if you picked this up, throughout the whole movie, they're talking about the Wizard of Oz, where, remember, Dorothy is passed out, and she's in the in the world of Emerald City.
Yeah.
So remember, so that's where I got the tone of the movie. I'm like, okay, so he's going to start playing with this whole fake and real. Like, what's fake and what's real? And I was just like, the ending gave you that whole Wizard of Oz feeling. That he was passed out, but everything in his mind was just going loose. Like, he felt macho. Like, he had... So...
And that was kind of my struggle the entire movie, because I never got a sense that I really knew what was real and what was fake.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like the movie did a good enough job of establishing or revealing that or letting me know that by the end of it. And maybe he was just trying to play it ambiguous, and he doesn't really want you to know.
Yeah.
But, like, by a certain point in the movie, I was like, is anybody there with him? Is, like, his wife really there with him? Is anybody there? Or is it just, like, people watching over him, like some guards or something?
No, everybody, well, you saw it towards the end. His whole family was there. He did have the guards, but remember, he was losing all the money due to the tax invasion. So I guess he couldn't pay them no more. So they were all gone. So, but again, I did not, to be honest with you, if the choices that he made as a director, I did not agree with. Because it was, again, like you said, I felt lost in a lot of scenes where, for instance, when he's talking to Matt Damon and when they went fishing, and then come to find out, Matt Damon was dead. Matt Dillon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, not Matt Damon.
So he wasn't there.
No, Matt Dillon was dead. That was the guy with the duct tape in his face that he got stabbed in the neck. That was Matt Dillon.
Oh.
Because
I didn't catch that.
Remember when he was laying
in
bed?
You're a better movie watcher than I am.
Because remember when he's laying in bed, right? Matt Dillon comes next to him. And then he looks at him. And he goes, remember, I was scrapping from the top. Meaning that he was taking money from Al Capone. And Al Capone found out. And then if you notice, when Al Capone was next to the big guy, one of his closest friends, and then they showed the guy in the chair, and when he looked up, it was Matt Dillon. He goes, I forgive you. And then he took his eyes out, and then he put it on the thing. That's basically, he goes, where the money is. And so it's somewhere in water. So, again, and that's another thing. Now you're telling the whole world that there's $10 million somewhere unaccountable for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for $10 million in Florida.
That's a lot of money back then. What did you think about Matt Dillon and Linda Cardellini, his wife? You think they were good in the movie?
Oh, wait.
I thought they were...
Salute Levels of Geek from Trio Bureau. Triborough.
Oh, Triboro's in there?
Yeah. So
what's up, Triboro?
He says salute. He haven't seen Capone yet.
Oh, well, we're discussing spoilers right now.
Yeah, so
if you don't mind getting spoiled. But I'm not really going to go into too much more. But what do you think of Matt Dillon and Linda Cardellini, his wife?
They were good. She was great.
She's always great, but I thought they were her in particular was very underutilized. Well, I didn't think she was used to her full potential.
Matt Dillon, he was okay, but I think they should have got another actor for that role.
Yeah, possibly.
That's just me. I would have hired someone else. He didn't feel like I didn't feel the connection between him and Al Capone. Like there was no connection there. Like you know what I mean? Like someone that beat you, like a Judas you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I didn't feel it. But again, I mean, it worked. I'm not gonna say he's a bad actor. It was all right. But she was great. I felt for her, man, when he did that thing and he went kapatooey in her face and she slapped the crap out of him. I felt that, man. He said
that was a good scene.
Yeah.
He said something about her being a pretty face bitch or some shit. I can't remember what he said.
He said, yes, I love Hey, thanks for watching, TransformerCon. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, buddy. We're gonna be ending soon anyway. We're gonna hit the hour plus mark. I think we're hitting the hour mark too. Wait, 53 minutes in? Look at that. Ooh, pushing the hour. But overall,
before we go off, well, you can do your final thoughts. You can do final thoughts, and then we'll go into this.
Yeah, final thoughts. I'm gonna say my final thoughts here, and then you do yours, and then we end it right here. It's a good time to end it. Look, guys, honestly, was a movie. You know what? I'm gonna put an article that you sent me. I'm gonna put it up because I thought the headline was pretty funny on it.
Yeah, put that. I want to talk about it just for a second.
The article, it's actually pretty funny. It's kind of messed up, but it's pretty funny.
Here's the reason why I want to talk about this, because this guy, this Joshua, and I can't pronounce his last name, but Capone is a flaming pile of shit. Okay, so that's his headline. All right, and yeah, it's attention grabbing, but the reason I have a problem with it is I read his review,
and he looked like
he acted like he liked parts of it, didn't like it. He basically gave it the same kind of review we did.
Okay.
So why are you leading with it's a flaming pile of shit? It just, I don't know. It's something that stood out to me, and it's like an overwhelming problem with like critics and how they're like seeking to get attention. And yeah, I don't know. I had an issue with it, and I wanted to talk about it. Yeah. So if you want to read his review, shoot, I didn't clip where it actually came from, but
no.
It was like the first review when I googled Capone reviews. So, but yeah, I guess he got the attention you wanted.
Well, the final thought I have on the movie itself, to pretty much tell everybody, is honestly, I mean, did we crap all over? Yeah, we crapped all over it. I mean, is it bad? It's not bad. It's a good film. I mean, but it's very boring and lagging. If you're looking for a mafia movie like Goodfellas or like Casino, like all those good Martin Scorsese movies, you're not getting it with this, like at all. You're not.
No, not even close.
You're getting an Irishman version of Al Capone, but just take the last 30 minutes of Irishman and start the movie from there.
Yeah, I wouldn't even put it in this even close to the Irishman. I'm not a huge fan of the Irishman.
No. I'm talking about in terms of where the movie is when they're old in jail, and then just start the movie. That's how pretty much the movie is. But look, honestly, I gave it a 3 out of 5, guys. You guys want to check it out? Get ahead. This is Ken's final thought of Capone.
Yeah, I mean, I respect Trank for trying to kind of pull himself out of the mud with this one and coming back after his last disappointment. But yeah, I mean, ultimately it wasn't good. It lacked direction. It lacked focus. I had no idea what the point of it was. And to me, that's one of the most important things about making a film. Like, you have to have a point, a reason for making it. And to me, it just felt like this one didn't have it.
Right.
It was just a particular story he wanted to tell, and he told it, but I didn't understand what the driving force behind it was. So yeah, very kind of underwhelming. But the same as you, I would give it kind of middle of the road. So if what we talked about sounds interesting to you in any way, or if you watch the trailer and it looks interesting, I would maybe check it out. But also keep in mind that this is $10 to rent on VOD right now. So I would maybe wait until it gets an official release and then rent it for maybe $4 or $5. But that would be my recommendation.
I purchased
you purchased it for $15, so I wouldn't recommend purchasing it.
No,
it's a definite rental for $4 or $5, and yeah, I wouldn't even rent it right now. I would wait a few weeks. I'm sure it'll come out on like a lighter VOD price point, and maybe even Redbox if you can get it there as well.
All right, so the question I got for you guys out there that is live, if you guys are watching us, how many of you guys are watching? I just want to know who's with us right now. I just want to know. Just put your say what's up, say whatever you want. I want to know who's with us right now because I'm going to give away some movies. So
tell them to smash that like button, man.
Yeah.
Tell them to smash it.
You
smash it.
They can hear you.
They can hear you.
I just told them, man. I just
There you
told them.
go.
There you go.
I want to know who's out there. You get to. There's some movies I'm going to give away. I don't know if these codes work, but if they do,
What are you giving
they're
away?
yours. I'm going to be giving away.
He's giving away his digital code for
some
the
Triborough
DVD
Gigolo.
of Alien.
No, I got these. I haven't redeemed them. Ghostbusters 1 and 2.
He has some VHS digital codes.
I got digital codes of VHS. So I want to know how many people. So I got Gigolo. That's one person. But we'll close it out. The minute I see more. Gigolo so far is out there. He's in the lead. I want to know how many. It says 3 live, but I want to know.
3 live.
Yeah, I got Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Just say your name out there, and then I'll just give it to random people. But if not, Gigolo's getting both. That's how nice I am on the first one. Yeah, that's right.
Give it to him, man. He deserves it. He's a loyal supporter of my channel.
Oh, he's your channel.
Let him have it.
You know what? Follow my channel, and then I'll give it to you. Now, just joking.
he might already follow your channel.
Maybe, I don't know. But okay, so go ahead. Punch in your stuff. What are you doing this week? Actually, set up for Wednesday. What are we doing Wednesday? Tell everybody what we're doing Wednesday.
Wednesday, guys, we've got the mother load of physical media stuff to talk about. And I talked about it today on my channel. I did a little physical media report. But we actually got this stuff. We're gonna probably I'm gonna try to watch a couple of these, but we got the Top Gun 4K. We got Mask of Zorro 4K that came out a couple of weeks ago. War of the Worlds 4K. So we'll probably be talking about those on this week's podcast. So Blues Brothers 4K maybe.
Yeah, we got a lot of
got my Top Gun right here.
Ooh, you should put on some aviator glasses. I should put them on for Wednesday. I'm gonna put on some
if I would have actually got the press release, I would have got those. Blues Brothers.
Ooh, that's a good one. I got the Steelbook.
That Steelbook looks nice.
No, it does.
I like that Steelbook.
So
and it's the same price as the regular 4K, which I found to be kind of interesting.
It is interesting. So I want to give you guys a heads up on what I got. I'm gonna do it quick because again, this is not for Wednesday because we're gonna be talking about the two Tom Cruise movies, and we're gonna be doing the Bruce Brothers talk. But I just got the Harley Quinn Steelbook. I had to go an hour away from where the hell I live to pick this damn thing up, and I'm still in delay. The actual one I pre-ordered freaking forever. So I don't know. That might come in. I might give it away. I don't know. And I got Bill and Ted 1 and 2 Steelbooks. These came in. Of course, I don't know. These things come with digital codes. If they do, I might raffle them off on Wednesday's show. Guess what? That's what I might do. But again, those are my things. I might put it up on Instagram and stuff. But that's what I just got for the hell of it. Uh-oh, what Gigolo said? Gigolo said I just subscribed. Well, he said, I got Ghostbusters 1 and 2 box sets. Oh, so you don't need the digital codes. You know what?
Ask him how he found his way over here.
Oh.
Because I promoted it for the other channel.
Yeah, how'd you
get over here, Gigolo? You find your way over.
You know what? I got codes here. I don't even know if these things work, man. This one says redeemed by 3/1/19, but you said it still works, right?
Yeah, some of those codes, man, like they'll still work even if it says they expired.
All right, Gigolo, you got a choice. You know what? You just subscribed to my channel. You're a hardcore loyal fan to both of us. So as a thank you, since everybody's 3 viewers and no one wants to say if they're in live, you got a choice. You got a choice here. I'm going to give you a choice. John Wick 3, John Wick 2, John Wick 1, Star Trek Into Darkness, Doctor Strange. Oh, he goes, yeah, I found it on Mid-Level's IG post. You got Star Wars Last Jedi, Spider-Man Homecoming, Man of Steel, Skyfall.
Can I have the Doctor Strange one?
Huh?
Can I have the Doctor Strange one?
What? So you could do a poll. You could do a giveaway.
Nah,
I'm
it's
joking.
that's on Disney Plus. It should be anyway.
No,
I don't know. It's one of the only ones I don't own.
You got Logan. You got a choice. Pick it before this ends. You got a choice, my man. You got Mad Max Road Fury, Batman v Superman. Hell, you got Jason Bourne and Wonder Woman.
What's Mad Max? What's Mad Max Road Fury?
Huh?
What's Mad Max Road Fury? Is that the sequel?
Oh, the Fury. Did I just say it? I just said it. Now you're making me confused. Anyway, you have a choice. You get back to me. We'll talk business. We'll talk business. All right, go ahead. Plug in your stuff so we can end this.
All right, guys. So if you're interested, you can go ahead and follow me over at Mid-Level Movie Reviews and Mid-Level Media on my Instagram pages, and you can also come follow me or subscribe to my YouTube channel at Mid-Level Media. So this week I've got my physical media report where I discuss everything that's physical media, Blu-ray, 4K related. I also plan to do a unboxing of War of the Worlds this week, and I got my weekly horror show, The Haunting of Mid-Level, this Thursday.
Ooh. On my channel, what do I got this week? Well, I have a lot of stuff coming out this week. Wednesday, I will be doing some review. Actually, I'm going to do the review of Birds of Prey because I know you've been dying to see what I think of it. A lot of my friends are thinking, what is Alex going to say on Birds of Prey? So I'm going to shoot an unbox video Wednesday. I know a lot of people has been asking me for the Star Wars unboxing. I am still working on that thing. It's taking me forever to edit. I don't know why it's taking me so long. It's just so much stuff piling on top of each other. I will get that as soon as possible for you guys. And then on Friday episode, I will be doing and giving away. I might give away two codes. I don't know. I might be nice. I might do a 2 code. One on Instagram, and Ken helps me out with that, how to do that. One on Instagram and one on YouTube. But that might do the Bruce Brothers review on Friday because that's my favorite movie. So most likely I'm going to do that Friday. Wednesday, Birds of Prey. And we're going to give away some codes also on the live chat Wednesday for people. We'll have fun with that. But I will give you my Doctor Strange. Don't worry. We'll talk about that off the channel. I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
But I hope you guys enjoyed. I know the beginning, the first 5 minutes you couldn't hear me, but now we got everything working. We
figured it out.
Yeah.
Figured it out one episode, so we're doing something here.
Yeah, I have fun. This is our first time doing this. I have fun. This is cool. So I can't
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can't wait for Wednesday. This is gonna be fun doing the overhaul of stuff.
2 shows a week now, guys. We were just doing 1 in podcast, and now we're doing 2 live.
Yes.
That's how much we appreciate the fans.
Yes. So everybody wanted to see us live, Q&As, and all this bologna sandwich. Now you got it. Now you got us live. Now you get to talk to us.
We just need you to tune in.
Yep, tune in, hit that like button, smash those subscriptions, tell your family, tell your grandma, tell your grandpa, tell everybody in their nursing homes. Like, hey, listen to Levels of Geek on the webcast. Tell them smash.
Make sure you tell them in your best Al Capone voice. Subscribe to Levels of Geek. I think I kind of went Bane on that one.
You went mad, Bane.
I don't think
you gotta do it like he was like he was like this is how he was talking. He was like that. He was like
what I didn't get to talk. What about that carrot in his mouth for half the movie?
That
fucking carrot
was so hilarious. They gave him a carrot.
I couldn't deal with it.
I couldn't deal with it. A photo of him with a carrot in his mouth, because I will post that in my room somewhere. Like the most badass dude on the planet has a carrot in his mouth.
I wonder if that's true.
That's what I'm saying.
I wonder if that's true.
They have to. I mean, but okay, guys. Again, I'm sorry we went off we always do this when we get off the podcast. Anyway, we start going into like some random stuff. But again, thank you guys for tuning in. Tune in Wednesdays. At 9 o'clock, we will be back showing off our goodies that we get from Best Buy and Shout Factory and Arrow and Mild Creek, whatever Ken is sponsored by, we'll be showing you that off Wednesday.
I wish I was sponsored by Scream Factory.
All right, guys. Catch you later. I'm Alex.